Okay, I'm here about to show you how to put a sprocket on a bicycle wheel. I got these parts right here. Everything you see right here is all you need to put it on a mountain bike wheel. Now if you look right here, this is a sprocket off of a dirt bike. It could be off of a 90cc dirt bike probably. I think that's what it came off of. But it can hold a 40 size chain. Now you have a washer. It's made out of metal, but it's an oversized washer. You want to cut it in 3 parts. The reason for it is so you can put it in the back portion of this wheel right here. So it goes behind and sits behind the rubber mount right here, the diaphragm that you make, which I'm going to tell you in a minute how to do it. Right here I made it, I cut it out myself to this diameter right here. You can use it as a stencil right here. You just put a piece of rubber pad on top right here and turn it around and then draw out the outline right here of the sprocket right here, all the way right here, just with a pencil or a marker. I think a marker would be a lot easier. And then go in between right here and then take your rubber pad and cut it out, and it should look like this. But I have 3 layers, 1, 2, and 3. The reason for, so it gives it the perfect amount of spacing between the chain and the tire as it goes out from right here past the tire. If you have it too close, that's how it's going to sit on like this. Now, if you look, when you have it on there, let's say if it's on, you don't want the spacing to be too close, because then the chain will come off the sprocket and hit the tire, which is not good. So you want to have the right amount of thickness. So I say 3 of those will be just the right amount right there. It all depends on how much spacing you want. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. Okay, that's how it should look like when it's pressed against the spokes. Okay, it goes on there just like that. Now you take your other piece of washer that's made out of rubber, and this is how it should look like. 3 parts right here, or you can do it like this. You'll have it cut in half right there. So that's all you need right there. Put it right in here, and use the rest of those 3 parts right there of the washer to go in the back part of that washer right here. And then on the back part you need a metal washer cut in 3 parts. So it gives it a much better support when you tighten those screws and bolts on there. So you want metal, you don't want just straight rubber, because then it won't be as strong and sturdy. Okay, that's how it should look like with all the hardware on. Now, it's not tight yet. See, it's kind of loose still. So before I tighten this, you want to turn it around and look at it over here on the front. You see that the nut right here is the center of this circumference area of the circle right here on the sprocket. You want to make sure that it's straight, dead center to the center of this nut right here on this wheel. Okay, you just want to, as you're tightening it, just keep it with your hand, just keep it straight till it looks straight to you. If it looks centered to you, then it's good. I mean, you always tell, even if you have it all screwed on there tight, you want to spin the wheel, make sure it doesn't wobble or anything. If it doesn't wobble, it's good. If it does wobble, you can loosen a few nuts and bolts on there and just go from there and just move it up like that. Just keep messing around with it until it's straight. And there you go. That's how you have a sprocket on a wheel. See, I got my spacing just right for the chain to just clear the tire. So, yep, you see the metal washer on the outside. You got the metal washer, and then the rubber pads right here to support it so the metal doesn't press against the spokes. This is not good. You want to have some kind of cushion, tight padding on the spokes, and it makes a good tight seal. So, and then you have the other washer on this side. You got 3 rubber washers right here. You cut it out with a pad. You can get those rubber pads. It comes in squares depending on what size you want. They got 12 inches to like 3 foot long rubber pads you get at hardware stores. Don't go to Home Depot. Last time I went there, they didn't even have any. You want to go to a hardware store. Usually they'll have rubber pads there. Just get, the thicker the better. just get not too thick, maybe 1/4 inch thick. You know, that's the thickest you can ever use. But you know, if you want to use thicker, that's up to you. But I usually try to keep it in the range of a 1/4 inch or less thickness. So there you go. And there we go. It is done. It's nice and solid on there. So you guys want to build them out there, it's good, it works. I've already had it on my bike plenty of times and it works fine. So it doesn't get loose. Make sure you have good lock washers on there. You know, if you can get lock nuts, I think that would personally be better. But if you want to take the sprocket off, you know, on and off so many times, it's going to be a pain in the ass, I think. I would just stick with lock washers. But if you want that to be on there no matter what, and you plan on going some great distances, I would prefer lock nuts over my opinion. So, but yeah, there it is. So it's on there. So, and you can see the distance between the tire and the sprocket. That means the chain will meet up just enough clearance.